Trinity. Coach Cosgrove, if you could, just a couple comments and we'll take questions.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's disappointing anytime you lose, and it's, disappointing when you lose in the Final Four, but, like I said to the guys in the locker room, I'm just so proud of them and all they've accomplished and all that they've done this year, and can't take any of that away. And honestly, we have so much character and so many guys that are about the right things, and I'm just so proud of them. That's really where my heart is with everything right now.
Yes, sir.
James, I wanted to ask about the second half when defensively you guys really clamped down and got it down, I think it was 3, and held them scoreless or to 2 points over a really long stretch. Can you talk about that part of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been kind of our bread and butter all year, and we've kind of done that to teams, all season, and that's what kind of has gotten us here, or helped get us here. But, we knew that if we had our focus on that end and really grinded, that we could shut them down, which we did. And, we just didn't do that in the first half, and that kind of hurt us. And then we just came up a little bit short, had some pretty good looks to really bring it to 1 or 2 or even, get it even closer. And, we just didn't roll for us. So, but like I said, at halftime, we put a challenge on each other and said, what are we going to do? We're gonna, what we were down 12 at half, and yeah, we cut it to 3 or 4, and instead of wilting, these guys just found a way to grind and get back into it. And if we had made a couple plays, we could have, maybe made it real interesting. But these guys just really worked their rear ends off the whole night and all season.
Coach, you guys obviously strong stretch there. Ended up closing the game, going 2 of 11 from the field. Maybe just if you could talk a little bit about trying defensively and kind of the way that matched up, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, Trinity is very tough, and they're a tough team, and they're very gritty. They're probably one of, if not the toughest team we've played this year, and I think we had some good opportunities, and I think we were just trying to play a little bit too much catch up at the end, and that's why I think we struggled a little bit from the field.
Ben, I'm curious about the size. I know just for me, seeing Trinity in person for the first time, they're bigger than they looked on film. Just the battle down low. Your thoughts about facing them and how that went?
Yeah, they had a bunch of good guys, big rotation. They played well. Good for them. We battled in the end. We fought, came up a little short, but like Coach said, first half wasn't pretty in terms of our effort, but all we can ask for is second half we fought, and we'll live with the result.
Hey, Dan, I just want to ask about the crowd here. Obviously, Trine is like 35 miles away, and they had a ton of people. You guys play at tough, hostile environments in your league all the time, but was it especially tough today, the way the crowd setup was here, or was that not a factor?
I mean, when you first step out there and you see all those white shirts, it's a little daunting, but at the end of the day, the only people that matter are the 16 guys that are wearing Trinity uniforms and our coaching staff. So, I mean, you saw it in our run. It was quiet for a little bit, and that's how, just building momentum, it takes a crowd out of it. So, not paying too much attention to the crowd.
Coach, I'm curious, that timeout happens a second left in the game. At that point, there's not a lot of strategy talk going on. What's the message to the team there in that moment?
I mean, it's just been our message, what we've always been about, and what we're about so much this year is, no matter what, we haven't played from behind very much at all. So, but our message is, we don't ever quit, we don't ever give up, and if we have any chance to compete and get cut at 2 points and have any opportunity to win, we're gonna try to fight for it tooth and nail until we can't anymore.
Dana and Ben, would you mind, I know it's tough right now right after the game, but just looking back on this season, you're going to have good thoughts about an incredible season.
Yeah, I can start. We were just talking in the locker room after the game. The best part of this season has been that we got to get to today, right? This is the, third to last possible day we could have been as a unit together. And that's the most special part, that we got to get this far, be a team for the last 5, 6, 7 months. I really couldn't be happier with how long and how far we've made it. It's a very similar team to last year, but we talked, we turned it around, and we figured it out, and that's what got us here, all 16 of us every day.
Yeah, obviously a tough loss to swallow right now, but I'm still smiling because I had a great year. I had the most fun I've ever had playing basketball with this team this year. I have 15 new brothers that I'm gonna be able to look back on this season with for the rest of my life, and I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I'm always just curious to ask Dan, what's next for you in life? What's the plan?
Man, I've been giving that a little thought, but like mostly been thinking about the season. Obviously, now that it's over, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of time and just absorb the moment for right now. But big things on the way.
All right. Thank you, coach and players. Guys, on a great
Thanks, guys.
season.
Thank you.